Alrighty, we are back. I just packed away most of the stuff. It's funny, from a previous session or something else going on, someone actually commented on the mod that changes the Brotherhood of Steel power armor, and, they referred to it as cheating. I was like, okay, how is it cheating? When what it actually does is it makes the power armor I get from the Brotherhood of Steel less valuable, less useful to murder them for, and less useful as armor in general, to the point where, by the time you get endgame or later endgame after game content, sorry, it's actually extremely not worthwhile to wear anything other than the X1 or T60. How does it make it, or how does that make it cheating when it actually makes them not worth farming, which is, actually very easy and sometimes fun to do depending on how much you dislike the Brotherhood. Because I like collecting power armor. That is one of my favorite things to do. So, now this particular thing I'm about to do, so let me go, because I've got to go to the CIT ruins for this. Well, actually, not net me a couple power armor textures I would otherwise have. So, it's a little bit, sad, because I love shinies. But, shit happens. Put something here real quick. So, where is the actual door into the CIT building? I guess it's straight ahead. The inside of the CIT building is one of the places that actually always confuses the hell out of me. It shouldn't. It's actually not that complex, but it does confuse the hell out of me.
Movement detected.
Movement detected. Curious.
Alright. So, I think I head this way, and that's all it is. I'm not gonna be spending a lot of time looking around here, guys. Okay. Oh, use oil can. There's a lot of stuff to be had in here, but there's also a direct route to here. I'll be happy when this cold is completely gone. I'll be extremely happy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Well, let's see. What are you looking at from up here? You're looking at a raider camp, and that's it.
In all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute.
Uh-huh.
Not once.
You're
Since
looking
the day they brought me here.
The worst place to look while it's raining.
But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future.
There's this thing called confirmation bias.
Lies below.
Which states that, basically, if you believe something is going to turn out a certain way, you are going to believe that it has turned out that way. Or, you are more likely to believe that that is the end result. So, you're a scientist, you should probably know about that better than I do, and phrase it better than I do.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it.
So,
standing here,
people have to die because
I'm
what?
How fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know
people survive at a cost too great.
In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us.
No, it was kidnapping.
Why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died,
They
well, the
needed me.
Institute realized
Hooray.
the contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary.
I was Plan B.
It only made
The only
sense that
difference
my
is
parents
I was,
should kill
you know, in this case of this Plan B, they were hoping the
So
baby
you were
lived.
kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit,
There's a little
When I had
ball
you
bearing
raised
on my
from
desk, and I have
Vault
no
1,
effing clue where it came from.
I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this.
Yeah,
To
well,
not only do so,
I'm
but
made of
manage to
sterner
find
stuff.
me. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes, yes,
It
you
was
did.
my decision. Certainly, it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended.
May have been. You don't know
I
me.
suppose I wanted to
You don't
see
know my
what
life.
would happen. An
Literally.
experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Would you even survive?
No.
Perhaps most curious to me. Would you? After all
Okay,
this
it's
time,
been 60 years for you. It's been like a
Time to
week
find
for me. It's not like it's an
Now I know
after
the
all this
answer.
time for me.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. It's remarkable.
Not really.
There are greater things to come.
The
after your
fact that
success
you
so
have
far.
that much trouble
The synths
grasping
have been
this
safely returned and will be
is
really
actually the
perfect.
scary part.
Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
Right. There's always a risk. It was worth it.
I'm glad you see it that way. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And you,
Yeah.
well, you've passed the test, as they say.
Uh-huh.
Please, take this as a token.
Uh-huh.
It's time for you to become more involved in the. I'd like
Uh-huh.
you to join me in some. I'll be waiting. I've
All
said
right.
It's time to go back in.
Yep. Oh. Wow. Oh yeah, I gained a level a while ago and have just been sitting with my thumb up my ass. What do I even want? I like Bloody Mess because of the extra damage, but there's got to be better stuff. I think I'm gonna... I should really either take Locksmith or that. Or... Oh no. I've never had that work properly. I want to get towards penetration. Where is that? Oh, I can take that now. I forgot. I'd actually gone out of my way to level up building shit so that I could take that. Alright, well. That's gonna be very damn handy. Let's go to the Institute. Yes, and the worst part was that was not me trying to be clever or cute or whatever. That was me trying to stop sneezing mid-saying that, so... It wasn't just me babbling like an asshole like I normally do. Alright. Where the hell's this meeting? Medical wing.
Welcome.
I think
Do you
after this...
require additional supplies?
No, I'm fine. I don't care if you live or die.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with. before we
Okay.
speak further. It's
Yeah, I wasn't trying to talk with you. I was trying to go to the meeting. Come on. Move a little faster. Yeah, you're very, very old. Apparently not too old to walk on imaginary steps in some cases, but, you know, that's the same for all of us. Alright, I've never actually looked at all of this. I mean, as strange as it sounds, it's a little bit annoying to me that they tried to make the area look good and large, and it does. But unlike every other area, or in most other games, or Fallout games, there aren't any, like, random doors that aren't accessible that I've found here. There probably are, and I just haven't found them, but it just means that this is, the area you see is the whole of the Institute. So there's really no more to it than this. I mean, even if you just add a few doors that are inaccessible, it makes it seem like there is more.
We're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
We can address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first.
Bitch, what are you
The
doing
level
here?
of unrest in the Commonwealth
Not
continues
either
to
of you.
rise, as we're all aware.
Mm-hmm.
Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach.
Yes.
Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as
That
they've
would
ever
be me.
Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still
would be me.
monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth.
I see.
Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious.
Yes.
SRB
Yes,
agents
they are.
monitoring all known situations, sir.
They will, however, be fine.
Thank you. It's clear that our
If I do this
safety
right,
needs
at
to
least.
be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
It's fine.
Yes,
Trust me.
that's True.
You're gonna
Have
die,
you
but
heard
trust me.
anything about phase 3?
I don't think so.
It's all right. I wouldn't expect you to have. The project has been classified from the beginning. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity.
Yes.
I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power.
Well, both are.
The kind that keeps the lights on. With every
Uh-huh.
advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and
Seems like you could have done
sacrifices have
any
been made over
number
the
of
years
things to generate
allow
power.
progress to continue.
I mean, it's not like synths sitting on bicycles would have really worked. There's bound to be some, diminishing returns there.
Compromises for the weak.
That is one perspective, yes. But I think we can agree that going forward, no one can consider us weak. Phase
Agreed.
3 is simply
Evil,
the
but not weak.
activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide
Evil
enough
is
power
fine.
to the Institute now and forever.
Mhm.
It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Sounds like an important step.
That's an understatement. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to phase 3. And to how
Yes,
you
I
will
see.
help.
Sir,
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes?
Well, he's gone.
He is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
yes.
At your ass.
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren,
It's as much time as any.
please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time.
Yes.
I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
No.
Everyone, please, I'm sorry.
Do not
This
want.
is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
Yes. I'd say.
This can't be happening. I only just found
I
you.
only
I've
just
had the
found
same
you,
thoughts
and I'm
more than a
about to
few
betray
times.
you.
But we cannot let this stop us. Our work must continue.
Yes, it
we
must.
can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of... to
I
that
agree.
end, I am naming my father as my successor.
No.
Rabble, rabble, rabble,
Can't be
rabble,
serious.
rabble.
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of...
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The
He will
Institute has
kill
enough
any one of you
scientists.
that
What it
stands in his
needs
way.
is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard.
I've proven myself of a
This
lot
will
of things.
conclude this meeting. Thank you.
No regard for human life is one of the main things I've proven.
He's undergoing the reclamation process as we speak.
Oh, well.
Before long, he'll be back in the workforce.
Alright, just checking out to see what armor I had on physically. I had no idea.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
Let's see.
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, I clearly have faith in you.
Yes,
There's no
I
question.
clearly
Some
do.
of
Whether or not that's a good
the
idea or
Institute
it's
at
well
large will
placed is
need reassurances
a whole
from
different
you.
story. Trust me.
That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the
He can Fillmore me
There are
in.
hard decisions ahead for all of us.
Sure.
Yes, well, anyway. Mankind Ritterford. Now, I need to speak with Allie Fillmore. Hello.
Busy day for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Sure am.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details.
Uh-huh.
Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Can do.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my...
Sounds good.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one, but here we are. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to... We don't want them getting... Head on up to the real...
Or inform the Brotherhood. Now, if this works right, which I'm kind of thinking it might, apparently this can skip you ahead in Brotherhood of Steel quests, so that you do not need to kill any other factions. So, you know, the Railroad, for instance. Because the Institute are really the only faction here that I would justify as being, you know, well, they're the only, well, actually, no, every one of these groups is a complete and total dickhead. Let's just be clear about that. But the Institute is the only one that's actually actively going out and murdering innocent people and then replacing them with shit. Alright, so, let me save real quick to... in case I'm wrong. Because if not, then I just go back to the Institute, shoot someone and do the Minuteman one.
The Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass fusion.
A beryllium agitator? I seem to remember reading an old technical document on those units, but I only thought it must be pretty darn important if there's... Now, if we head over to mass fusion, that's if you don't mind a little company.
It would be helpful if you tagged along.
I knew you'd see it my way.
And
Grab
now...
whatever gear you need and meet me. This could be our best chance at beating.
And now, I should have made the, well, the Institute will be my enemy shortly, I believe. I went to the airport. I was supposed to walk up the stairs, not teleport. Derp, derp, derp. I mean, there is just a goddamn, airstrip that I need to walk to. That's all. Oh, yeah, I can just follow her. Hooray. Man, I wish all the guys in power armor would respawn. I murdered them a lot of times, though. Saving again, just to be paranoid. You seem to be having issues. Now she's on board. And apparently that will fly to the Pridwin, or... Oh, she's gonna meet me on the Pridwin. Well, I could have teleported up to the Pridwin. That would have been the smart answer. Alright, so when I get in here, saving again. Permanent enemy of the Institute. Board the vertibird.
Roger that, Scabbard. We have clearance for release. You might want to hang on, sir. The drop can be a little rough.
Yeah, just try not to explode midair for no discernible reason. That's all I ask out of you, really. I feel like that shouldn't be much of a request, but it's a vertibird. Anyway, this is actually a good place to call it right before we do the flying. So I will, and I will see you next time. Until then.